record this class because I was having technical difficulties earlier. Okay, we will see how this goes. So today, my name is Alicia Slaughter, and today I have a Tapas inspired flow for you. So tapas in yoga means a couple different things, but the meanings I like to focus on and that help inspire me are the meanings of discipline and purification. So tapas is in yoga is a way of as an intention of bringing some heat into your practice, and the idea that we can use movement and breath and building heat within our bodies to help release things that are no longer serving us. So, and also dedication in terms of showing up every single day and practicing, whether it be yoga or meditation, that discipline that we need in order to make sure that our minds are nice and calm and that we don't have those attachments to things that we can't control, those types of things. So tapas, and we will be using our breath and some strength-based postures today to help us burn off anything that is sitting stagnant in our body and helping to bring some clarity into our minds. So tapas inspired yoga flow. Let's get started. You're going to come onto your mats and take a nice seated position. Blocks and straps are great to have for this practice. And if you don't have blocks and straps, you can grab books, pillows. You can grab a towel or a belt or maybe a scarf. So go ahead and take a couple minutes to get what you need and then come and join me on your mat. As you arrive on your mat, I'll show you what my back looks like. You'll notice I have a nice long spine, and if you have any problems coming up and finding a nice long spine, you can place a block or a pillow right here underneath your hips. Take a couple breaths just to arrive in your body and on your mats. Feeling some softness come to your belly and your chest and your shoulders. Scan your body for any tension that might be there. And just use your breath to breathe into wherever in your body feels tension and let it go. So we always start our practice by connecting to our breath, by connecting to our bodies, connecting into the moment. And by focusing on how your breath comes into your body and how it exits your body, it really helps to give you that point to focus on and helps to release any attachments to things that you have in your head. And also this breath that we cultivated at the beginning, the slow inhales and grounding exhales, you're going to want to keep throughout your practice. So anytime we come into a challenging posture, just drop back into this breath. I have a mudra for you today. So this mudra is called Kaspana mudra, and I'll show you what it looks like. You're going to interlace all of your fingers except for your pointer fingers, and we're going to come into a breathing practice. So sending it down, shoulders relaxed, elbows out the side. You're going to inhale, bringing it up, and then exhale through heart center. Keep on doing that a couple times. Kaspana mudra is a mudra that helps to relieve any kind of negativity from your body, release negativity from your body. So as you're doing this, you can just imagine any thoughts that aren't serving you, any thoughts that feel heavy, any feelings that you need to break up and release. Breathe into those and just let it go. Finish your last cycle of breath and end with your shoulders relaxed, your fingers pointing down. Just try to acknowledge the softness that's taken over your body, the relaxation, your connection with the present moment right here on your mats. And then gently release, bringing your hands to heart center. Set an intention for your practice. Hold it there in between your hands, right in front of your heart. And using the power of breath, take an inhale it into your heart, exhaling when ready. And then using the breath as the bridge between body and mind, take that intention from your heart, bringing it up to your third eye. One more round of breath here to seal it in, and then slowly you can bring your hands down. And we'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So, toes together, knees apart, walking your hands forward, wiggling into your hips, wiggling into your shoulders, placing the top of your head on the mat. As you inhale, you're going to want to walk your hands forward. Exhale, sending your hips back. Just a couple breaths here, rounding out your armpits. Feeling all the little spaces in between your ribs opening up, shoulders growing broad, spine growing long. Next, inhale, roll up, find tabletop. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. So you're going to try to really feel a neutral tabletop but engaged. So pushing the ground away, rounding your shoulders, pushing that little spot in between your shoulders, pushing up, lower belly pulled in, hands pulling back towards your knees. And then inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze, come to a couple cat-cows. Organic movements are encouraged. Taking a couple barrel rolls, sending your hips back and then forward. Maybe coming onto the tops of your wrists, one way and then the other. We're going to be on our hands quite a bit here today. So at any time, if your hands or your wrists become a little bit sore, bring them into a counter pose. Also, one thing to mention here, you guys can keep on going with cat-cow, that at any time during this practice you need to take a child's pose, you can go ahead and do that, and I will offer you lots of options, but just do what feels safe in your body. And if something doesn't feel comfortable, just back off. So coming back to neutral tabletop, tucking your toes, lifting your knees, you're going to find engagement here in your core, pushing the ground away, active. Keep on breathing. Then you're going to step your right foot back, left foot back, find plank. Take a breath here in plank. Next, inhale, come back to hovering tabletop, right foot forward, left foot forward. Now back and forth, right, plank, and then bring it in, hovering tabletop. Bring it out, plank, bring it in, tabletop. Try not to let your shoulders move very much, just your feet. Do that one more time, coming into hovering tabletop here, and then releasing down, take a cat-cow. You can tell we're already starting to build a little bit of heat, warming up your body, maybe a little counter pose for the fingertips and the wrists, and then coming back into that hovering tabletop. So here's a little challenge pose for you. So you're hovering, you're nice and strong, lifting your right leg out and back behind you, weight into right hand, spider fingertip in the left, and then see if you can balance. Inhale, exhale, coming down. You can keep the hover or take a cat-cow and come back and meet with us. Inhale, left leg long, weight in left hand, spider fingertips on the right, and then take it forward, bird dog balance. And then bring it down, release down, cat-cow. As you're ready to tuck your toes again, we're going to come up into down dog. Bicycling out your legs. Coming back to your breath. Inhale up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Move your lower belly to your quads and send your hips high, relaxing your head. And on your next exhale, start to straighten your legs down to the ground. It's more important that you keep your nice long spine here than it is that your heels reach the ground. That will come over time. But don't compromise the pose to try to get your heels to the ground. So here in down dog, we're going to inhale, roll forward, find plank. Take a breath, feel strong in your plank. And then exhale, release back into down dog. Inhale, coming forward, finding plank, nice and strong. Exhale, releasing back, finding down dog. Inhale, coming forward, finding plank and holding. Taking another inhale here, and then exhale, knees, chest, chin down to the ground. Releasing all the way down onto your bellies. Prepping for cobra, engaging the legs, pressing the toes, lifting the knees, hands underneath your shoulders, forehead to the ground. Inhale, coming up, low cobra. Exhale, coming down. As you're ready, pushing through your knees, tucking your toes, finding down dog. Taking a breath here in down dog. Nice smooth inhales and exhales. Next inhale, start to walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. Feet come hip distance apart. Take an inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And let's hold here, bending your knees, gluing your lower belly to your quads. Bringing your hands to your elbows, rocking your neck back and forth. Releasing, grounding exhales. Next cycle of breath, release your hands to the ground. Find a nice long spine. Exhale, fully root to rise, come up to standing, finding your standing pose. Hands touch at the top, and then back through center. Toes together, heels apart. Take a moment to find your standing pose here. Really strong in the bottom body. And imagine there's 4 points in your feet, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Pushing through those points, lifting your toes, engaging your legs, arches lifted, and then send your toes down. Heart shining forward, shoulders relaxed. We're gonna go through 3 vinyasas, starting with the most basic version, a great place to stay too, safe in your body. So starting at the top of your mat, taking an inhale, hands go wide, they touch at the top. Exhale, water falling forward, forward fold, bending the knees. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Here in plank, take an inhale, and then exhale like we did before, knees, chest, chin down to the ground, releasing all the way down. Taking a pulse in low cobra, activating the legs, pressing the toes, lifting the knees. Exhaling down, pressing through tabletop, tucking the toes, finding down dog. Next inhale brings you to the front of your mat, long spine once you get there. Exhale, forward fold, root to rise, come up to standing, hands touch at the top, gaze follows, and then exhale through heart center. Taking a cycle of breath here as you arrive. Next inhale, we're gonna do that again, adding on if you'd like. Inhale, hands touch at the top, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping back, finding plank. So this time, we're actually gonna stay here and work on our chaturanga push-ups a little bit. So you can rock forward and back here. The next option is to come down through chaturanga. So rocking forward, you can come down, elbows hug in, and then up dog. Or coming back into plank, down on your knees, exhale down, elbows hug in, cobra. So try that a couple times. We're in a plank pose, elbows squeeze in, take a big inhale, exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, up dog, just an option. This is a hard pose though, so if you don't feel quite safe enough there, come back to plank, drop your knees, hug your elbows in, come down, hover, inhale, low cobra, and then exhale down. So from here, come up, knees, chest, chin, or place the hands underneath your shoulders, engage your legs on an inhale, push up the reverse chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, and then come back to down dog. Take this cycle of breath here. As you come to the front of your mat, you can either tiptoe like we've done before, or you can take a light hop. So walk your toes in, inhale, weight comes forward, exhale, bending your knees, and then gently hop forward, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come up to standing, and then exhale through heart center. So yogi's choice, let's go through a vinyasa. Picking one of those if you'd like. We'll meet in down dog. So inhale, hands go wide. They touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back once you arrive. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step back or jump back, landing in chaturanga. If you step back into plank, lower down how you'd like. Inhale, up dog, cobra, or cobra, and then exhale, finding down dog. Take a couple of breaths here as you arrive in down dog. So, another option for coming towards the top of your mat after a vinyasa. You can tiptoe forward, you can gently hop forward, or you can donkey kick because it's sweaty flow, power flow here, tapas flow. Bring your inhale and bring your feet in. Rock your weight forward, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Your gaze comes forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into your knees. And then maybe pick up, landing lightly. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting to rise. Come up to standing. Hands touch at the top. And then exhale through heart center. Take a couple breaths here to relax your neck. Release any tension. Come back to presence and breath. So we're going to come into a couple malasana squats. So taking your feet out as wide as you need to here. And we're going to take the first couple ones just to see how this feels in your body. So sometimes your heels will come up, and if your heels come up on the way down, just take your feet a little wider. And if it doesn't feel comfortable to go all the way down, just come to the squat and come back up. So I'll show you what that looks like. So you're going to take your feet out to the edges of your mat. Inhale, inhaling up, exhaling, inhaling up, exhaling, inhaling up. The last one, we're going to come down and hold, exhaling. So you can start to bring your hands down, coming into malasana here. So you might need to grab a block or a pillow or some kind of book and set it underneath your hips here. Bringing your hips in. You're eventually going to want to come to a prayer, hands in front of your heart, elbows in front of your knees. When you come down to your heels might come up a bit, just be really mindful of how things feel in your body and only go as far as you comfortably can. Couple breaths here. Maybe sending your right arm out, left arm up, opening up through the heart, and then coming back to center. As you're ready, left arm down, right arm up, and then coming back to center. Gently releasing both hands onto the ground. You're going to leave your right foot forward, send your left foot back into a runner's lunge. So rock back and forth a bit here. You can also send your back knee down. A little bit more active to leave that back knee up. And so with your right foot forward, I'm actually going to switch sides so you can see me. Right foot forward here. You're going to bring both of your hands on the inside of your right foot. You can come up on your right toes here a bit, flexing your left toes towards your face. You're going to come into a side lunge. And then slowly you're going to bend into your right knee. Maybe coming up onto the toes. Sorry, we're in left knee. You're on our right. Now we're going to left. Flexing the right toes back towards your face. Then you're going to come back towards the front of your mat, back to that runner's lunge. So your right foot's in front, your left foot's in back. And then taking your left hand down to the ground, right arm up, gentle twist. Back knee can be down or up. Your back foot is up. Press out through your heel and engage your quad. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring that right hand down. We're back in runner's lunge again here. We're going to take a couple switch jumps. So here we are like this, and you're going to push into the ground. And remember how we were up in that hovering tabletop and you felt your hands pushing away from the ground and you felt a lot of stability and openness in your core here. You're going to push the ground away, round your shoulders, take an inhale, and then see if you can exhale, switching your legs. Coming back. Take a big inhale, and then switch jump, the right. One more time to the left, and we'll do the left side. Switch jump, left. All right. So now we are on the left side. Left foot forward, right leg back. Runner's lunge. So blocks are super helpful here. If you don't have a lot of flexibility, and yoga is not about being flexible, that comes after practice. But we have props. It's just about feeling into your body. And everybody will look different in all these poses and just being gentle. Okay, so we're in the runner's lunge here. And We're going to bend into the left knee again, bringing both hands on the inside, swiveling onto the right toes. So now we're in a side lunge. Take a big inhale, bending into the right knee, left toes come back. As you're ready, bending into the left knee, right hand down, left arm up. So to get here, we're coming into a gentle twist. We're back in the runner's lunge, both hands on the inside of the left leg, right hand down, left arm up. Gentle twist. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, the left hand comes down. Runner's lunge again. Place both hands on the ground, send the left foot back. Now you're in a high plank. We're going to do 5 push-ups here. So, chaturanga push-ups, weight comes forward, elbows come in, hover, push up, or on your knees. I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to do them on my knees. You want a nice long spine, as much as you can. Your weight comes forward. Take a big inhale, squeezing the elbows in, exhale down. 1. Exhale down. 2. Exhale down. 3. Exhale down. 4. Exhale down. 5. Pushing up through plank, and then down dog. Take a nice cleansing breath here as you arrive, shaking your head out, acknowledging all that heat that is burning, that is heating up your body and burning off and purifying your mind and releasing your attachment to things that are no longer serving you. Inhale into that intention, and then as you exhale, just feel lighter and let it go. As you're ready, right leg rises high, 3-legged dog. We're going to come into a knee to nose crunch here, first towards the middle and then out to the right and then the left. Inhale to find length, exhale crunch in, knee to nose, shoulders stacking over wrists. Inhaling up, exhaling out to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling over to the left. Inhaling up, and then open the hip, squaring the shoulders. Keep on breathing. We're going to inhale and square the hips, 3-legged dog. And then as you exhale, come forward, 3-legged plank. Next stop is going to be side plank, putting all your weight into your left hand. If you'd like to keep that right foot floated or stack it, you can also come down to your knees. Feeling side plank. Taking your top foot, putting it back behind your left foot, and relaxing down onto the ground. Give your wrist a little break if you need a break. Placing your wrist underneath your shoulder, flexing your bottom left foot, pushing into the blade. The right foot is kickstand. Inhale, wild thing. Breathe. As you're ready, come back through 3-legged plank. You can drop your foot or leave it up. Take an inhale. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So you arrive in down dog. Big inhale in through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. Mouth releasing heat. Keep your head a shake. Next, inhale, left leg goes long and high, 3-legged dog. Next, inhale to find length. Exhale, stacking shoulders over wrist, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, out to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, cross body. Inhale, up and open the hip. Shoulders square. Keep on breathing. As you're ready, inhale, finding square hip, 3-legged dog. Next inhale, come forward, 3-legged plank. As you're ready, on an exhale, chaturanga, up dog, and then down dog. We're going to give our wrists a little break here, so take a couple breaths here in down dog. If you need a child's pose, rest in child's pose. Take a couple more breaths. However you would like, we're going to make our way to the top of our mats. So if you'd like to donkey kick with me, otherwise If you come into child's pose, come up into your knees, down dog, tiptoe forward. Those of you for donkey kicks, see what happens. Go somewhere lightly. Inhale as you arrive, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come up to standing. And then exhale through heart center. Okay, give your wrists a little bit of love here. Pushing your fingertips back towards your face, one way and the other. And then arrive back in your standing posture. Let's come into chair pose here. So dropping your hands, dropping your hips, inhaling your hands up, coming back into breath. Inhale, hands touch the top. Exhale, interlace behind your back. Inhale, heart shines forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Let your hands drop up and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. Root to rise, come back up to standing. We're going to come into a couple standing postures here. So left, all the weight comes in the left foot. Inhale, right knee up. Give it a nice squeeze. Shoulders back, hips squared. As you're ready, take the right knee out to the side, opening up so it looks like this. Bringing it back to center, left grabs right, right hand back. Coming into a twist. As you're ready, coming back through center, hands at heart. Challenge yourself by sending that foot forward as high as you can bring it. Take a big inhale. And then as you're ready, pendulum it back, warrior three. Taking your time. Right foot back, warrior three. So from here, once you find your warrior three, you can float your hands back, maybe bring them forward, finding the Kaspana Mudra again. Finding nice and long between your fingertips and your back heel. We're going to take 5 pulses on your left leg. So inhale, find length. Exhale, squat down 1. Inhale, up 2. Inhale, up. Exhale, down 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, down 4. Inhale, up. Exhale, down 5. Come back, find warrior 3. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, send that back foot back. We're in high lunge now. So find your high lunge, maybe bending into the back knee, maybe releasing the hands. As you're ready, left hand comes back. We're in spear twist. We're going to take 5 lunges here. So inhale, long 1. Exhale, down. Inhale, high 2. Exhale, down. Keep on going. 3, 4, 5. Coming back up, the left hand reaches for the back leg, right arm up, then we come into a twist. So you can send the back knee down if you'd like. Let me switch sides so you can see here. So this is how it looks. We're coming off, trying to stack your elbows, squaring your hips. Keep on breathing. And then from here, you're going to windmill open into warrior 2. So coming out of it, opening up, warrior 2. Getting nice and low, heel to arch alignment. The back foot is in at a 45-degree angle. Front toes are forward, front knee opening up, arch is lifted. And then you tap into breath. As you're ready, reverse your warrior. And then exhaling, come into side angle. So left forearm down, right arm up and over. So palm facing up, up and over. A couple breaths here. Inhale, coming back up to warrior two, straightening the front leg. We're coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So shortening your stance. If it feels good to you, inhale to reverse. And then exhale, bring that left arm forward as far as you can, dropping it down. And then you just want to tick-tock that right arm up, maybe sending your gaze up, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Legs straight, but a slight bend in the front knee is okay so you don't hyperextend it. You can take that top hand back behind you if you'd like to grab on the, put your hand on the lower back here. Or grab the inner thigh. Bottom left hand comes forward and hovers. Just an option. Couple breaths here. And then as you're ready, you're gonna inhale, coming up, reversing your triangle. And we're gonna come into moon. So if you have a block, you can grab your block, book, something. You're gonna bend into the front left knee, bringing your hand down, and then stacking your hips. So I'll turn around again so you can see me. Here, taking that top right hand, stacking the hips, flexing those right toes back towards your face, right hand up. Breathing. You'd like to come into Tapasana. Whoa. You can do that. Like to float the bottom hand. Play around a little bit with that. And then gently release. Take a big inhale. Exhale the top hand down. Now we're in standing splits. So bringing the knees together to square the hips and then inhaling that right foot up. Here, you can stay here in standing splits, or if you want to do a couple kick-ups into handstand. Remembering again, coming high up on those left toes, bringing some energy to that right knee, stacking shoulders over wrist, gaze comes forward, take a big inhale. Exhale, bend into the left knee, and then come up and see if you can find your balance. Gently release everything down on an exhale, coming into forward fold. Taking your feet hip distance apart, releasing a little bit of heat. And then we'll prepare for the other side. So take a pulse, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come up to standing, hands go wide, they come to the top. And then exhale through heart center. Funny little story, this is my third time today doing this, because I tried to go live on Facebook earlier and it didn't work. So I'm recording this now, but I'm a little pooped. So excuse me for all the heavy breathing. Coming back to the top of the mat here, we're gonna come to the other side. So rooting all of your weight into your right foot, inhaling the left knee up, give it a little squeeze. Relax your shoulders, square your hips. We have the left leg now. As you're ready, bring your right hand to your hip. Inhale, left hip open. Shining your heart forward. Trusting your balance. Bring it back to center, right hand to the left knee. Inhale the left arm back, opening your heart, twisting. Lower belly pulled in. Spine nice and long, the top of your head tucking towards the ceiling. Then coming back to center, hands at heart, straightening that left leg, leading with your heel, trying to stack your shoulders over your hips, inhaling the foot up, and then exhaling, finding warrior three. So you're gonna pendulum it back. You might have to readjust, it's okay. If you fall out, just come back and meet us. So here we are in warrior three, pushing out through the heel, pushing out to the top of the head, sending your hands back, and then bringing them forward maybe. Just an option, you can leave them at your heart. 5 pulses in the right leg, so inhale, finding length, exhale, pulsing down 1. Inhaling up, exhaling 2. Inhaling up, exhaling 3. Keep on going, 4, 5. Then finding warrior 3 and gently and exhale, sending your back foot back, high lunge. So here we are in high lunge. Maybe bending into the back knee, squaring hips, arriving. We're going to spear twist now, so release your hands. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, right hand comes back. Spear twist. 5 lunges. Inhale, straighten, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand comes back, left arm up. And then as you exhale, cross into the twist. Remember, you can set your back knee down. Whoa. I'm tired. Remember, like we did before, just another breath here before we release and open up, warrior 2. So now we're warrior 2 with the right toes forward. Let me show you what this looks like. So, oh, yikes. Okay, so see, my body is in one line here. Heel to arch alignment, pushing the back blade of my back foot into the ground. Lower belly is pulled in, bottom hip is tucked under, this front knee is opening. And as much engagement as you have on your lower body, you want to feel light in your upper body. Gentle gaze. So here in warrior 2, we're going to inhale, reverse your warrior, and then exhale, right arm to right thigh, left arm up and over, shining your heart towards the sky. So here, I'm going to show you. So we're here, see my body's all alignment, knee opening up, hand to quad. This hand up and over. And see, I'm not doing this. You want to be like this. And as you try to bring your hand down, make sure that your heart is still shining towards the sky. You can also place it on a block. As you're ready, inhale up, reverse, straightening your front leg. Coming into Trikonasana. So this is our triangle pose. Shortening your stance, hands come out. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, front hand comes forward, reach, and then drop. Left arm comes up. Again, here, it's a great place. Don't go farther than your body will allow you and compromise the pose. So triangle pose facing you. Hands come out. They reach forward. This one drops. This one comes up. My heart is reaching towards the sky. How does that look? So you kind of want it stacked like that. Lower hip under, heart up. And you don't want to go like this to try to get down farther. This is perfect. Everything's stacked. You're good here. Next inhale. Oh, take the top hand back behind if you'd like here, behind your back. This one comes forward towards you. You've been here before. This should feel somewhat familiar. Next inhale, come up, reverse. We're going to come into moon, so bending into the front leg, placing a hand on the ground or on a block, lifting that back foot up, stacking your hips, flexing out through your left toes, maybe sending your left hand up. So Tapasana, if it's in your practice, grabbing the back foot. I'm going to take the block. Pay attention to your toes, facing forward, opening up your heart. Release wherever you are. Take a big inhale, shining in all directions. And then exhale that left hand down, squaring the hips, bringing your knees together, and then inhaling that left leg up. Standing splits. Here, if you want to practice a couple handstand hops, coming onto your shoulders, stacking shoulders, over wrists, coming high up on those right toes. A lot of energy in this left leg. Gaze comes forward, inhale, and then exhale, up. Whoa. And if you fall, it's okay. Taking your time to relax and forward fold here. Releasing. Gently bringing your feet together. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come back up to standing. Hands touch the top, and then relax. through heart center. Find your presence, find your feet, find your strength at the top of your mat. Let's take a vinyasa to clear. So we'll go all the way through a vinyasa, whatever you would like, and we'll meet at the top of our mats again. I will give you an extra option here for those of you that want to take the crow vinyasa option. So remember, there's the inhale to exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra. Option 2 is inhale, forward fold, exhale, plant your hands, either jump or step back, full chaturanga, up dog, down dog, front of your mat. Option 3 is adding a crow and a jump back in there. So pick where you want to go. The most important thing is that you do it safe in your body and you flow with breath. So you could skip this all together and just stand here, whatever feels good. So inhale, hands go wide, they touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Those of you that are coming along with crow, step your feet back, come onto your toes, place your hands shoulder distance apart, bend into your elbows, find a comfortable place for your knees to rest, and then pick your toes off the ground. Play around with that for a moment. And then maybe try to see if you can take a big inhale. And then exhale, shoot back, land in chaturanga. Just an option, just for fun. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a big inhale and exhale it all out. Make your way to the front of the mat however you would like. If you're still feeling the donkey kicks, inhale. Exhale. Front of your mat. Nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come back up to standing. Hand touch at the top. And then exhale through heart center. You're going to step your right foot back, preparing for pyramid pose. You have your blocks, get your blocks ready. Put your blocks on either side of your left foot. And then bring your hands to your hips. So here, and I will face you, showing you what this looks like. So the back foot is turned in slightly at an angle. The front toes are facing towards you. Hands on your hips, everything squared forward. You can take your hands on your hips, flat back, come forward like this. There's an option for prayer pose behind your back, or you can also interlace behind your back. Just pick a place that feels comfortable for you. Most important thing here is you still want to feel integrated into your feet. So the arches are lifted, lifting your toes, you're feeling those 4 points of each feet rooting into the ground. Hips squared. Take a big inhale and then exhale, coming forward. Coming as far as you can, nice long spine. I'll show you what this looks like from the side. So here, nice long spine, hips squared. You're starting to feel a stretch. If you want to relax your hands down to the ground on the blocks, you can do that. If you have a little bit more space, leading with your heart, coming forward. Couple breaths. And then gently inhale, flat back, come up. Left hand to left hip, inhale, right hand high. We're going to come into a twisted pyramid. Same thing, bring your left hand to the back of your sacrum here, flat back. Get as much length as you can, and then you're going to bring your right hand to the inside or to the outside. So feel everything square, and then I'll show you what this looks like this way. Before you come into the twist, you're going to feel length and then send the left arm up, keeping everything else just as it is, and then maybe your gaze. From here, we're going to walk forward and come into twisted moon. So actually you can see here. You want to try to get your shoulders. It's hard. So from here, you're going to walk forward. You take your block with you if you'd like, and then lift the back leg up and come into twisted moon. Okay, if you fall, come back up. And then gently on an exhale, bring the top hand down, bring the right foot down, and relax. Shrug your shoulders, give everything a wiggle, forward fold. Inhale, come up to standing. And then exhale down through heart center. Take a big inhale and exhale. As you're ready, left foot comes back, pyramid on the other side. So squaring your hips like we did before, feeling your feet rooting into the ground, finding where you'd like to take your hands, whatever feels good, and release behind your back. Bring to heart center. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, pushing that right hip back, you're gonna square and come forward. And then grabbing your blocks if you'd like to release down a little farther. Still breathing. Taking an inhale, coming on up. Right hand to right hip. Inhale, left arm up. Coming forward, squaring the hips. Your right hand comes to your sacrum, nice and flat. Your upper body's nice and long and straight. And then take that left hand on the inside or on the outside, keeping hips square. And then turning your right arm up. So sometimes, and I'll see if this actually, how this works here. So sometimes taking a look down, so you're here in the twist, everything's squared in a line, and you're trying to square everything. So you square here, you look down, then sending the right arm up. Hopefully that is showing you what I'm trying to show you. Then we're gonna come into the twisted moon. So bringing the hand forward, lifting the back leg, coming into the balance. Just a couple breaths. Take a big inhale and then exhale, bringing the hand down, bringing the foot down, coming into a forward fold. Maybe an open mouth exhale to release some heat. Take a pulse here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Hands go wide. They touch the top. And then exhale through heart center. Alrighty, we're going to take another vinyasa and meet in down dog. Whatever you would like to do. So yogi's choice. Inhale, hands go wide. Exhale, forward fold. I'm just going to take a step back here because I'm feeling a little tired. Inhale, in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So from here in down dog, just take a couple breaths. Next inhale, rock forward, finding plank. Then lowering down onto your forearms. Elbows underneath your shoulders, core engaged, legs engaged. Take all of your weight into your left forearm and then send your right arm up. Right hand behind the head and 5 crunches here. So inhale, exhale, elbows together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back through center. Other side, right forearm, left hand up, back behind your head. Inhale, exhale, elbows together. 2, 3, 4, 5. And coming back through center, just for a moment, forearm plank, and then relax down into Sphinx. Whew. Kicking my own butt. Just relax here. Engage your legs, press your toes, lift your knees, elbows underneath your shoulders, pull your hands back towards your chest. Continue to breathe. Gently relax all the way down, rest a cheek, and give yourself a little break. You take your feet back and forth, windshield wipering, releasing the lower back. Just a couple more breaths here, giving back some energy. Next inhale, find yourself back in Sphinx, elbows underneath shoulders. Tucking your toes, coming back into plank. Next inhale, walk your toes up for dolphin. Relax your head. Smooth out your breath. Maybe lift one leg and then the other. If you have a forearm balance, you can do that here. Whenever you're ready, let's come down into child's pose with your knees underneath your body, your forehead on the ground, and your hands back behind you. Coming back to breath. Slowly coming forward, finding tabletop. Maybe a couple cat-cows because it feels good. Why not? And then tucking your toes, coming into down dog. Make your way to the front of your mat. Actually, let's lift our right leg high. We're going to prepare for dancer pose, opening up our front body a little bit. So coming into low lunge, dropping the back knee, coming out, finding 90-degree angles with your legs. So coming up and out of it, finding 90-degree angles with your legs. Then you're going to imagine that there's magnets on the bottoms of your ribs and the top of your hips. They always want to be together, so feel them pull together. You should start to feel a nice stretch in the front of your left hip. Inhale, hands up. Bring some energy to your hands. Maybe you can find that Kasana Mudra again. Really focusing on the front of hip stretch here. Another inhale. And then exhale. Let's come into half Hanuman. So that right foot comes forward, flexing the toes back towards your face. Nice long spine. If you need to here, grabbing your blocks. Squaring the hips. Sounding breath. Next, inhale, come forward, bend into the right knee, place your hands, step back into plank. Option for a vinyasa. We're going to come back into down dog. Next inhale, left leg rises high. Bring it all the way through low lunge. 90 with the legs. Back up out of it, feel your core engage. And then inhale, hands up. Feeling your back leg and your front leg root into the mat and then pull together. Feel a nice stretch in the front of your hip. So I was mentioning before, we're preparing for dancer pose. So dancer pose is a front body opener. So here in our hips, it's nice to gently open it before we come into dancer. Maybe Kasana. Staying with breath. And then gently straightening the front left leg for Hanuman. Half Hanuman, actually. If you want to go to full Hanuman, that's up to you. Just being gentle, bending from the hips, flexing the left toes back towards your face. Nice long spine, leading with your heart. And then always connecting back to breath as you arrive. Maybe each breath taking a little deeper. Taking your time, bending back into the front knee, placing the blocks at the front of the mat. We're going to step that left foot back and coming back into tabletop. So if you have blocks, great. I will show you what to do with those. If you don't, we're going to come into a shoulder stretch again. So coming onto our elbows here, placing our hands in prayer, you're going to gently start to release your forehead down to the ground, giving your hands the sides of your shoulders a little stretch. hips high. So that's option number one, staying there, hands in prayer. If you have blocks, placing your blocks like this, shoulder distance apart, placing your elbow on each block, hands together, hips high, and then releasing your head through the blocks. Hands come in prayer behind your back. Just a couple breaths here. Always breathing. And notice how your exhales, when really conscious and long and slow, help to loosen up your body, provide you with a little bit of relief, releases tension, relaxes you. Gently come on out of that. So now we're going to make our way to the front of the mat, standing. So tucking your toes, coming into down dog. However you would like to make it up to the front of your mat. Slow is good. Tiptoeing, maybe seeing if you have a donkey kick in you. Coming to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come up to standing. Hands touch at the top. And then exhale through heart center. Alrighty, so we're going to come into dancer pose. I'm going to face you. And we're going to first come into dancer pose on the right, with the right foot. So left foot roots into the ground. You're going to pick your right foot up on the inside. I'll show you what this looks like. So there's an engagement here with your toes. So see your toes have energy, your knees are together, your body's facing forward. Your left hand comes up and then kicking into your hand. This is dancer. But as you want to go farther, kick, 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 kick. Slow is good. Chest is squared towards the front, hips are squared. Couple more breaths and maybe that right foot goes a little higher. Keeping your control and then gently coming out of it as slowly and with control as you came into it, relaxing, wiggling anything off, any tension off. So now we're going to do the other side. Rooting into your right foot. With breath, inhaling your left foot up, squaring your hips towards the front. You're grabbing onto the inside of your left foot. Inhaling right arm up. Still feeling those magnets, your core is nice and engaged. Start to kick into your foot, into your hand. This is a great place to stay if this feels comfortable. This is your limit. As you continue to breathe, press the foot into the hand, squaring everything forward, taking your time, looking at that point on the ground, the dristy point, will help you balance. Waiting until the very last breath to find the deepest version of the pose, and then gently coming out of it. Relaxing, wiggling, shaking it off. So just take a couple breaths here to bring your hands to heart center, to bring your thumbs to your chest and just feel your heart beating. Acknowledge the rise and the fall of your chest. You can even take your hands to your heart. Just take a moment just to let the benefits of your back bend and of your effort sink in. It's really good to take a little bit of a rest in between those active poses, letting the energy circulate. Okay, so we're going to make our way onto our butts. Coming to the top of the mat, you're going to inhale up onto your toes. Hands go up. Lower ribs come in. Try to keep your balance. And then from here, you're going to slowly, like you're moving through honey, start to bend into your knees. Seeing if you can come into toe stand. We're going to eventually make our way onto our butts. So if you'd like to go there, maybe pausing here on toe stand, knees come forward. You don't want to dump all of your weight into your shins, so balancing, and then gently coming onto your butts. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop here for just a little front of shoulder stretch. So working your hands back, bringing your feet in hip distance apart. Your fingertips can be out a little bit or facing forward. See what's comfortable, playing around with this in your own body. Rooting your feet, inhaling your hips up. Being mindful of your neck. Just a couple breaths here. Just feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. If you feel any pain, just come on out of it. Another inhale, and then gently release down. Counter pose for your wrists. So you can roll flat onto your backs here and come into figure four, or you can cross your feet, roll over, come into plank, take a vinyasa, and then we'll meet in down dog, coming into pigeon. So either on your backs for figure four, or ending up here in down dog, right leg rises high, bring it all the way through, coming into pigeon. Before you go down, go ahead, square everything to the front, lifting up, and then exhaling down. If you have your blocks and you're kind of in between, pick it up underneath your right hip. That gives you a little bit of extra support there. I'm a big fan of blocks, so if you don't have some, you should definitely try to get some. So resting here in pigeon. If you're on your back, figure four looks like this. So with figure four on your back, you're crossing your right foot over your left. Your right knee is coming out, and then you're bringing your left knee in, grabbing behind your left knee or over your shin. If you are in pigeon, like this, you can reach for your back foot if you'd like here, coming up out of it. Wherever you like to go in this pose, please take your time going there. Wherever you are, slowly switching sides. So those of you in pigeon, bring your hands up underneath your shoulders, tucking your back toes, coming up into three-legged dog. And then relaxing down. Inhaling left leg up, exhaling all the way through, switching legs on the other side. So remembering, coming up out of it, squaring everything forward, and then relaxing down. Squaring your hips, breathing into your left hip now. If you came and grabbed your other foot on the other side, you can come here, grabbing your back right foot, gently releasing, hands underneath shoulders, right toes tucked, coming into three-legged dog on the left leg. You're on your backs, release, and rock and roll up to a seated position. Those of you in down dog, take your time walking your feet through and onto your butts. Okay, we're gonna come into a little stretch here. So left leg forward, right foot into the inside of your thigh, or you can bring it into half lotus. So this is a great place to be with your right foot on the inside. If you have a strap or a belt, it's much better to come down with a flat back. I'll show you what that looks like this. So see, my back is flat and my heart is coming forward. So coming down like this. If you wanted to come into half lotus, you're going to take your right foot, give it a nice little squeeze here, and then bring the heel in to your lower belly, as tight in as it can come, and then folding down. Coming back to breath, nice and smooth. Releasing, switching sides, right leg long, left foot in, coming forward, trying to keep your body squared over the right leg now. Or left leg coming in, giving it a nice hug here. and then the left heel in. And keeping your foot really active here. So flexing it, pushing out, and then bringing it in. And then squaring, and then folding down. Gently making your way out of the pose, extending both legs long, taking some of the fleshy part of your hips out so you can really feel your connection with the earth. Nice long spine. Grab your strap or your belt or whatever it is. Press your heart forward, feeling the top of your head tug towards the ceiling, and then bending from the elbows coming forward, leading with the heart. If you have any kind of pressure in your lower back, you can bend your knees slightly here. Really using your breath with each exhale to release more and more into the pose, relaxing. Gently making your way up and out of it. You're going to release onto your backs again, and we're going to do a couple of back bends. So, option here, if you have a block for the next 3 rounds, you can just place the block underneath your sacrum. It's a little high. And just relax. You can play around with which height feels good, but this is a great place to be. You just want to take a passive back bend. For those of you that want to come along with me for bridge and you feel open enough for full wheel and that's safe in your practice, I will give you an option for bridge and then I will give you some guidance on wheel. Bringing your feet in hip distance apart. Sometimes I have a problem talking. Brushing your fingertips against your heels. Picking up your toes and feeling that familiar feeling of that connection with the earth that we talked a lot about when you were standing. And placing the backs of your arms on the mat, fingertips up. Inhaling, pressing into the ground, lifting your hips up. You have the flexibility, you can take your hands back behind your back, interlacing under your sacrum, snuggling up your shoulders underneath your body, and then squeezing energetically your legs together. Inhaling the hips up. Gently, in the next inhale, come up onto your toes, hands up and over your head, and then rolling down. Knees together, feet to the edges of your mat, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Fully relax in between sides. So let's come up for round 2. Now, cupping your feet, hip distance apart. You can brush the backs of your heels with your fingertips. You can lift up again into bridge. Those of you that want to try to come up into full wheel with me, let me show you something right here. So, as you lift, you're going to prep first, along with your feet being hip distance apart, your knees in line with your hips. You're going to place your hands back behind your shoulders like this on the ground. And then you're going to energetically kind of squeeze your head like this, hollowing out your armpits. So you're going to prepare. And then you're going to inhale up on top of your head, exhale. Then next inhale, you're going to push into the ground, letting your heart shine through your shoulders. I'll show you what that looks like. So here, relaxing onto your back, feet in, knees up. Prep your hands, squeeze your head. Push into the ground with your feet, lifting your hips. Next, inhale, push your hands into the ground and come up under the top of your head, maybe readjusting your hands. Next inhale, push up with control. Try to keep your feet hip distance apart. Knees energetically squeezing in. And rock your weight towards the back of your mat. Couple more breaths here. And then on an exhale, gently lower down. Knees together, hips apart, maybe giving your wrists a little bit of love, massaging them, bringing them back and around. And then just fully relax your body in between sides. Maybe that one hand on your heart is feeling your heart beating. Reminding you of how strong you are, and back to the intention of your practice of bringing all this heat into your body as a form of purification, and acknowledging the discipline it takes to show up on your mat every day, and how all this work helps to lead us on our yoga path and burn off and remove any habitual thought patterns and habitual actions that we take in our lives, and helps us to acknowledge those and separate from them and just live a little easier. Okay, let's prep for round 3. So listen to your body. Ask your body what it needs. You want to come up into a bridge? How did that full wheel feel? Wherever you'd like to go ahead and make the preparations to go there. And just remember, go smoothly, with control, with breath, with intention. Every step is slow and controlled. So I'm going to go into full wheel again with you. Hands behind your shoulders like I showed you, squeezing your elbows in, feeling your feet connecting to the ground. Inhaling, hips up. Exhaling when you're ready. Next, inhale, rooting your hands in the ground, placing your head gently on the top of the mat. Next, inhale, coming into back bend. If you feel like you have a little more, you can bring your right foot to the center of the mat. Left leg high. Maybe bringing it down, readjusting. Left foot in the middle, right leg high. Bringing it down, readjusting. Then gently coming all the way down. Whew, it's hard to talk in a back bend. So send your legs long here. Bring your right knee in. Give it a squeeze. Rock it back and forth. We're going to come into a little twist here. All the way across your body. Hiking up on your left hip. Moving your right shoulder into the ground. So your chest is still facing up towards the ceiling while that hip is coming over, that knee is coming up and over. You need to release any heat. Just take a big inhale through your nose and an open mouth exhale to release. Next inhale, bring the right knee back to center. Send it long, left knee in. Give it a nice squeeze, rocking side to side. Then as you're ready, sending it across your body to the right. Left shoulder roots into the ground. As you're ready, come back to center. So now is a little bit of time for an inversion practice. If you'd like, if you're feeling like you've had enough, grabbing a pillow, grabbing a block, taking the block underneath your lower back, your sacrum, and sending your feet up high. This is a great place to go, really relaxing. And this is a great pose to do, legs up the wall before you go to bed at night. Calming for your system. It helps to balance your hormones, supposedly. All I know is that it feels really good. So that's option number 1. You have another inversion practice that's safe in your body. If you come in a shoulder stand, go ahead and do that. If you would like to come into a headstand, I can show you a couple tricks about headstands. So there's lots of different places to go. We've done a lot of core today, a lot of shoulder stabilization. a lot of engagement through our legs. So all of those things are helpful when you come into inversions. You're going to come into tabletop, pushing the ground away, rounding your shoulders, lower belly pulled in. And as you look down at your mat, you're going to draw an invisible triangle. So your head goes at the top and your hands are already there underneath your shoulders, placed at the two bottom points. Walk your knees forward, send your head where the tip of the triangle is, and walk your toes in. Remember to find length in your neck. So you want to kind of roll onto the top of your head, nice long spine. And then if you can get your hips stacked over your shoulders, you can bring one knee in and then the other. Squeezing your elbows in so you kind of have that chaturanga arm energy. The trick from here is to use your core and then to just try to get your hips above your shoulders. Once you get here, you squeeze your center line, pressing your legs up, coming into the full inversion. Anywhere along those lines is a great place to go. Just make sure that you're in a safe place in your house if you fall out. And also, if you have any neck problems, I don't really encourage inversions, especially putting all this weight on your head if you have any neck problems. So, playing around with wherever you are, as slowly as you came in, coming out, placing your knees on your arms, gently releasing your toes to the ground, and then making your way into a child's pose. Letting the benefit of your inversion come in here. If you're in shoulder stand or if you have your legs up on top of a block, just gently come down with control, releasing onto your backs. If you played around with headstand, let's all make our way onto our backs, preparing for Shavasana. If you'd like to take a quick squeeze here, so knees in, a couple squeezes here if you'd like, that's an option. Happy baby's an option. Flexing your toes, bringing them on either side of your body, releasing your spine onto the ground, so you're gonna feel your shoulders relax, your knees come on either side of your torso, and the tip of your spine trying to reach the ground. Take whatever kind of wiggles you need to take, and then release into Shavasana. There's all different kinds of ways here to relax. You can take a couple breaths, maybe give your body a little wiggle. You can also come into a seated position if you'd like, if that's more comfortable for you. I just invite you not to rush too quickly off your mat, to take a little bit of time before you end to come back into your intention for your practice. Take a moment to let all of the benefit of your practice soak into your body. Take a moment to seal in what it feels like to be fully connected with breath, and how as you inhale and then exhale, you feel a sense of calm coming over your body. Maybe thinking back to the intention that I brought to this practice of tapas, and of discipline, and of purification, and of using discipline and the idea of purification and heat to help remove any of those habitual thought patterns or habitual actions that we take that do not serve our higher good. I invite you to stay here for as long as you possibly can. Before you end, bring a little smile to your lips. Let the corners of your mouth turn up. Maybe bring both your hands to your heart in a gesture of love for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me in practice. I hope you feel strong and capable and wonderful and loved. Namaste.